Boo! I hope I didn't scare you. Oh, who am I kidding? I hope you're shivering with fright. Ha 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 ha. And I'm here to be reviewing the 2008 Magic Power Life-Size Face Changer. Now, as I just said, this prop was released in 2008. He was sold at Sam's Club along with the standard version of Face Ripper. I have, of course, the Party City Face Ripper, the superior Face Ripper. But this guy was... the way I see him is he was essentially the budget Face Ripper. Or at least like the Face Ripper for people who didn't want to get Face Ripper. But this guy, his movement is honestly really fucking cool. He leans his head all the way downwards, and then his face in there changes in the HUD. It kind of works like the Jemmy, like 3-foot face changer guy, but honestly, this guy, it's much smoother. And yeah, his eyes light up, and then his face turns around, and there's a skull face in there, and he comes back up, and he starts laughing, and there's this really neat movement that he has where he will kind of rock back and forth to simulate him laughing. It's really cool. I really enjoy how they do the movement on this guy. Anyway, 2008, I don't know how much he retailed for, but probably not much. He's not... his durability, his quality, oh my god, is phenomenal. He's probably one of the best quality props I've ever owned in my life. I found him in that lot, right? In the storage unit where I found the Posable Reaper, who's in the second room right now, Insane Serial Killer, who's in storage, and then a couple of others. He was on the floor, on his side, under a bunch of shit, with the face turned halfway between the skull and the regular face, and then when I picked him out of there, I accidentally sat him down in a puddle. So, but he still works for some fucking reason. And he was running almost continuously on Halloween because he has one of those shitty light sensors, but his is strange. If you have light in the room at all, it will just go off so fucking much. So, yeah, it's not on right now. He's just on off mode. Which is like, I think it's a hard switch. I don't think it's one of the Jemmy ones where if you shut it off, it'll continue the phrase, but then it'll shut off after that. It's a hard power switch, and that's the same with Face Ripper. But anyway, yeah. So, this dude, he's really, I like his detail a lot. His costume obviously isn't fantastic, but it doesn't really need to be, I feel like. It's got like the creepy cloth over it, and then there's a layer of like a coat, and then there's just like a couple of holes in it to make it look spooky. Here's his, face. His detailing is immaculate. I love it. The nose on mine is dinged up. I'm going to assume that he took a fall at some point. But again, this guy, for all he's been through, oh god, I still have not cleaned him. I still need to clean him, huh? He still works like a fucking champ. The face, the actual, like, movement is smooth as all hell. The face changing works really well on this guy. It always has. His hands are really well molded. He doesn't actually have arms. These are just kind of plush, so you can kind of put them anywhere, but they never really look natural. But his hands themselves are really, really cool. I like the molds. Oh. Magic Power. Made in China. What does that say? Oh, it just says Corporation Ltd. Huh. Yeah, so his hand molds are really cool. His face is really cool. I will, once he goes off, I'll go up and show the skull face, because there isn't much of a way to manually swap it. At least, I probably could, but I don't feel like feeling anxious about breaking him. His legs are funny as fuck, because unlike, for example, like Bone Collector or Thrashing Clown or any of them who have legs, these are just stumps. They're just little plush stumps, and I find it so fucking funny. They could have at least given him shoes, but no, they're just fucking stumps. Well, whatever. It's cool. A neat thing about him is that his neck is just one massive spring. Let me turn on the light. Yeah, his neck here is just one big ass spring, and so like his head kind of bobbles around, and I think that's mainly to help with that laughing effect that I had mentioned. Yeah. Also, his electronics, unlike things like Thrashing Clown and all the techie sitting ones, his electronics are not in the base. The base does not have dog shit on it. The electronics are actually back here. There's a little Velcro slip, and then you can see adapter port, which you can slip it under here. I usually slip it under the coat, but I didn't really have an adapter to run them on for a while because all the 6 volts were being used by all my standard techie 6 volts at least. Like Face Ripper's using one, Thrashing's using one, a couple of others. So I didn't really have one open for him. He takes a 6 volt 1 amp adapter, which I did not have the adapter with to start, so I just used 6 volt 2 amps because that's like an unnoticeable amount of power change. But right now he's running on Flesh Eater's 6 volt. Very easy to sit, because like his base, he's not like Bone Collector where if you have him posed wrong then he will fall over. Face Changer, he has a pretty damn big base, so he can essentially sit anywhere and he's good. He never really wobbles that much in terms of where he sits. I currently just kind of have him chilling on the couch specifically for this review. Usually he's sitting back there next to Bone Collector in front of the typewriter, and I always like to have his hands positioned directly in front of the typewriter. It's cool. Anyway, the only thing that I really don't like about him is the fact that he only has one phrase. It's a damn long phrase, too. Like, for a prop that does not have mouth movement, his phrase is long as shit. Longer than Face Ripper's, I think. Or his too. But anyway, it's not really that much of a con. It's just, I don't know. I never like when talking props only have one phrase, but of course I can deal with it considering how much I fucking love this prop. Anyway, I will activate him now. I'll turn him on sensor.
Closer. Come closer. Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. I can't see you yet. Please, step closer. That's right. Just a little closer now. Yes. Ooh. I hope I didn't scare you. Who am I kidding? I hope you're shivering with fright.
The effect of the face changing works really smoothly. The only thing is that, like, since he's sitting on a couch and, it's padded, you can't really see the jiggling when he laughs too much. Also, unlike Face Ripper, he does not have volume control, which makes sense.
I can't see you yet. Please, step closer. That's right. Just a little closer now. Yes. Ooh. I hope I didn't scare you. Who am I kidding? I hope you're shivering with fright.
I also hadn't run him in a fair bit, so he's probably just still warming up a little bit. But, that's fine. He works really well still, considering I have never repaired the Falker, and he's just, holy shit, his quality astounds me. Especially considering, again, all he's been through. It's incredible. He's also pretty loud, but his speaker is kinda shitty. Magic Power has never been known for their speaker quality.
I can't see you yet. Please, step closer. That's right. Just a little closer now. Yes. Ooh. I hope I didn't scare you. Who am I kidding? I hope you're shivering with fright.
think his speaker's in his chest. This guy seems actually pretty uncommon. Like, I have not seen a lot of collectors own him. He seems, like, pretty somewhat rare, just because of the fact that, like, I think he was probably extremely overshadowed by Face Ripper when he was being sold at, Sam's Club. So, he didn't seem to sell very well, and it seems like that's why he's a little bit less common than some other props. Sorry I was talking throughout that last activation. I'll go up to him now and I'll show a little bit of a downer, like a lower view, so you can actually see how the face changing effect sort of works. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but still, neat to see.
Closer. Come closer.
I did.
Don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. I can't see you yet. Please, step closer. That's right. Just a little closer now. Yes. Ooh. I hope I didn't scare you. Who am I kidding? I hope you're shivering with fright. Boo!
Yeah, that's about all for this fella. Again, he's sort of uncommon. Get him if you can. He's really fucking cool. It seemed like he had kind of gained a little bit of popularity as of late, but still, he's sort of a lesser known prop in like Magic Power's line. He's one of those ones that isn't really as popular as, Face Ripper or, God forbid, Heads Up Harry, but still, he's really good. Get him if you can. He's honestly a really cool fucking prop. Not too big. He's not like extravagant. He's just really cool. But yeah, I hope I didn't scare you, by the way. Yeah, who am I kidding? I hope you're shivering with fright. Ah ha 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 ha.